Live from NewsNation headquarters, this is NewsNation Prime.
And thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Natasha Zubest. Rescue crews working day and night to find survivors from Hurricane Ian. Certainly our state and national leaders are tested by large-scale storms. We are tracking the political fallout from that storm. All 16 Florida congressmen voting no on a bill that would fund FEMA through the end of the year. We are talking to one of those lawmakers in just a few minutes. And we have some new video just into our newsroom. Look at this. Fort Myers Beach, the popular tourist destination, now resembling a war zone. And today, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis toured the devastation in Arcadia, where running water was just restored this afternoon. There are still thousands without power in Florida right now, 4 days after the vicious storm swept through the state and up the Carolina coast. And meanwhile, crews are still working to restore power across the Carolinas as well. News Nation's Robert Sherman joining us now. And Robert, what is the latest update on the relief efforts there?
Well, Natasha, I can tell you that News Nation has been able to confirm the latest numbers that we have. 47 people confirmed dead here in the state of Florida, another 4 in North Carolina and 3 in Cuba, bringing that total to 54. It is anticipated that the death toll will continue to rise as some of these areas, the water's just starting to recede and crews are able to get into those spots. I will tell you that a chief concern for the state of Florida is restoring power. And Governor DeSantis says they have crews all across the state working tirelessly to get to that point. He did say that power has been restored to about 93% of people across the state, but that's 7%. That's still 750,000 people who are still in the dark. And you take a look at some of these county by county breakdowns, and these are the places that are still most impacted. You have Lee County, over 60% of people without power. That's where Fort Myers is. Charlotte County, that's Punta Gorda, still over 60% of people without power there. Collier County, that's Naples, 25% without power. DeSoto County, where we are, still over a third in the dark. And then Volusia County, all the way in the northeastern portion of the state, that's Daytona Beach, well away from where the eye made landfall here in Florida, another 18% without power there. We did ask Florida Governor Ron DeSantis when we can expect power to be restored to this last 7%, these final 750,000 people. Here's what he had to say. Governor, your crews have worked tirelessly in order to restore power around the state. Do you have an idea of how many Floridians will be without power for an extended period of time?
Some of the areas like Sanibel, Fort Myers Beach, some of those, they may have suffered real severe structural damage to the underlying infrastructure. So the question on that becomes, do you have to rebuild the infrastructure? And if you do, that's just going to take a little bit longer time.
And Natasha, I do want to show you this where we are right now in Arcadia, Florida, about an hour, a little bit more inland. I mean, this is what you're seeing all over the place here. These whole roads that are flooded out and impassable. And it's not just single streets here. I mean, you walk all the way around here and you see, I mean, look at this as you get all the way out here. It looks more like a lake, not a major thoroughfare. This is something that's so common in this area, but it's not just here as well. You go all across the state. There have been major flooding incidents here. And that was a point that the governor made earlier, such an emphasis placed on Fort Myers, Naples, and the coast. But there are counties all throughout Florida who are reeling from this storm and still need a lot of help. The governor did say that FEMA assistance has been expanded to some of those more northeastern counties here in Florida, up towards Daytona Beach and some of those places. But his point of emphasis was that can take a long time, and that won't necessarily get you everything you need. He says it's going to take a united Florida, non-government organizations, charities coming together to get through the early onset of this crisis. Natasha.
Still so much work to be done. Robert Sherman live for us in Arcadia, Florida. Thank you. And let's turn to News Nation correspondent Brooke Schaefer. She is live in Fort Myers with more on the search and rescue efforts underway. Brooke.
Yeah, hey, Natasha. We are actually just a little bit west of Fort Myers here in Cape Coral tonight. Much of this city still without power. Some people also dealing with no running water as well. Still days after Hurricane Ian. And just over my shoulder is actually access to the barrier islands. Right now, that access is cut off by police officers because there are roads and bridges on those barrier islands that were washed away during Hurricane Ian. The death toll here in Florida now up to 47 from that hurricane. We know that today search and rescue continued on hard-hit places, not only Fort Myers Beach, Sanibel, but also other barrier islands, places like Matlacha, Bokeelia, St. James City, and Pine Island as well. A lot of people on those smaller islands telling me in a way they feel forgotten. They feel like people are not talking about the devastation there. And I can tell you it is widespread destruction on places like Matlacha, not far from Sanibel Island. Those people certainly in need of a lot of help. A lot of people across Florida in need of help tonight. Natasha?
All right, Brooke, thank you so much for that update.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.